All right, good morning. What is going on, everybody? Today's video, I'm actually going to show you Google's new, I don't want to say merger, but their new announcement with Nano Banana, where essentially with Nano Banana Pro, you're now able to create AI realistic brand visuals, photorealistic renderings, and multi-product images, all by using AI. And the thing that's really interesting about this is whether you're a business owner, marketer, agency, by the end of this session, you'll know exactly how to create scroll stopping images, better performing ads, write them better, and launch campaigns that actually convert using AI without hiring expensive designers or guessing what works and all this different stuff, right? So I'm super excited about this. And obviously, if you guys need help, reach out to me in the description of the video, Sean@needmomentum.com, or you can always call me or text me at just 215-607-6482. Like I said, all the information is in the description of the video. Let's dive in. So I guess the first thing I'll talk about is why this matters with Google Ads, why the AI integration matters so much. Well, really, let's talk about AI as a game changer. Traditionally, when you create ads, it's for the most part meant either for you design graphics by yourself or hire a designer, which obviously costs time and money. Plus, you making a design doesn't mean it's going to be the one, right? It's guessing. So it's guessing which visuals are going to perform the best, which can obviously waste your budget because you don't know exactly what's going to work and what isn't going to work, right? So with Google's AI creative tool, you can now generate multiple variations of ads in seconds, obviously tailored to your audience, test what works, all without paying somebody else to do it. And the other thing too is it's very, very fast, which we all know, right? This actually means you can quite literally lower your cost per lead and increase your ROI faster than ever before, right? So how do you actually use it? Step number one is accessing the AI tool. So what you want to do is go into your Google Ads account, ads.google.com. You want to navigate to the assets or the creative studio section. So sometimes Google has updates on the menu, but for the most part, it's usually under campaigns. What you're going to want to do is click on where it says create AI or creative. And then from here, you're actually going to be able to see how you can generate images or headlines based on your product, service, or your campaign goal. So this is actually where the magic happens, right? Step number two is now you want to create the images. You want to create scroll stopping images that stops people in their tracks and gets them to click. So here's honestly what I would recommend. What you want to do is start with a clear prompt. So here's an example. You want to say something along the lines of create a high quality image of a modern office workspace for a productivity app ad, something like that, right? You want to pick your style, photorealistic, illustration, branded template, something like that. And then what I would do is you want to generate anywhere from about 3 to 5 variations. You don't want to settle on the first one. AI can surprise you with unexpected ideas. So just make sure you generate more images so you get different variations, right? Here's a pro tip for you guys. Here's an absolute pro tip. You want to look for images that highlight your unique selling point, like a product in use or a happy customer, because visuals are going to show that benefit perform better than just some sort of generic stock photo, right? So that's pretty much it. The next thing, step number 3, is writing better performing ads. So next up is copy. So Google's AI tool can actually suggest headlines, descriptions tailored right to your audience. And I honestly think this is just a very simple process, but here's our 3-step process, right? Number 1 is you'll enter your main offer and target audience. So we'll reinstate your suspended Google business profile, or you get a complete money back refund, right? Target audience, business owners anywhere from 30 years old to 60 who have a service-based business, right? Step number 2 with that is you'll generate multiple headlines and descriptions. And then step number 3 is you'll pick the ones, this is very important, you'll pick the ones that are specific, benefit-driven, and actionable. For instance, get your business profile get your business profile reinstated on Google in 7 days or get a 100% refund, something like that, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to remember this, guys. AI can help you brainstorm, but you always want to tweak the copy to match your brand voice. Because if you don't do that, and I see a lot of people just take the AI and put it right into their campaign, that's where things get a little wonky. It's not natural language and it's kind of robotic, right? It doesn't really sound like an actual human. Okay. So that's step number three. Step number four is actually launching the campaigns that convert. So now is your time to actually launch the campaign. So use your newly generated images and copy to create responsive display or search campaigns. Google's AI will automatically optimize which combinations are going to perform the best. So here are some tips along the way. Like I said, you want to use at least 3 to 5 variations of images and headlines. You want to set a clear conversion goal like form submissions or calls. Biggest thing I see is conversion tracking not set up properly, especially with Google Ads. You need to make sure you're tracking the right stuff, because what I see is someone puts a piece of code on I want to say a landing page, but instead of tracking the forms that are submitted, they track how many people actually go to that page, and then it gets counted incorrectly as a conversion. What you should do is, with that landing page, create a separate thank you page for booking a call or whatever, and have that piece of code on that page. Because then after that, you distinctly know, okay, this person filled out a form, they scheduled a call on this specific landing page, and then they went to this specific thank you page. So we can claim that as an actual conversion, right? That's the biggest thing I see people mistake in terms of yeah, making mistakes and not just setting up conversion tracking properly. That's really what it comes down to. Outside of that, guys, to summarize, I mean, Google has a new AI creative tool. You can generate a lot of cool images, performing ads, copy, launch campaigns that are going to convert, all without hiring a designer or like wasting time. So if you guys want hands-on help with your Google Ads campaigns, lead generation, overall PPC, PPL, what you can do is actually email me, Sean@needmomentum.com. That's just, again, Sean@needmomentum.com. Or you can call or text 215-607-6482. Again, thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. If you guys have not yet, do yourself a favor, like, comment, subscribe, comment the video if you guys have any questions whatsoever.